It just seems they always going to complain about something. Attacking football, disappointed. So welcome to this episode of Season 4 on this Build a Nation series. Hopefully you are well. I've had a few days off playing Football Manager as I had eye surgery last Friday. It's Monday as I'm recording this. And yeah, to say that I've lost my vision mainly in that eye is an understatement. If I cover my right eye, I can't read any text on the Football Manager screen. So bear with me if I read things incorrectly in this episode, but I'm battling through the pain for you guys to record this video. So, we are back on the 3rd of May. We're going to have a few extra episodes in this season as we look to progress and have a successful season, maybe push towards Europe, who knows? We can dream. We can dream, right? I mean, there's no harm in dreaming. We have been busy though. So transfer-wise, Opeira's leaving, obviously, to Malaga for 575k in the summer, we know about. So first off, in terms of the outs, London, our backup keeper, has gone on loan to his old club, San Ezolf, one of our local clubs. He's gone out to play first team football. He's going to be their first choice keeper this year. He's only 23. It gives him time to develop a little bit more. Still has a chance to come back and being our first choice keeper long term, but he wanted more football, even though his contract is, weirdly it doesn't say. I'm sure his contract is like a backup goalkeeper, but either way he complained about lack of football, so he's gone out on loan. But we have signed 2 more foreign players. I mean, we are scouting around the world now. I mean, we're not scouting anywhere. But on deadline day, I took part in deadline day, and these 2 players both appeared through agent offers. So the first one, Leonardo Carvalho, comes from Alados Lordello, nailed that, Portuguese side. So he looks good. 18-year-old central defender. Can play defensive midfield, only passing us 7. I would say no. He's a 6'3" central defender. We've gone working on his aerial ability at the minute. But honestly, I think it's a very solid signing. Really, really impressive. Fairly professional personality. He's good. He's good in my opinion. And then we also brought in Christian Giovanelli, who comes in from Piacenza in Italy. So they are from Serie D. So they've had a fall from grace. They were Serie A side in 2002-3. But he is a central stroke attacking mid. With tackling of 11, I would say long term he's more of a defensive central mid. But left-footed, very solid. He has a unsporting personality, so he's a bit of a prick. But I think he's decent. He's not a bad player. And again, 18 years old. Again, on a low wage. I'm really, really impressed by this signing. I think he could be a good player for us. With his passing, his tackling, and his long shots, and his dribbling first touch, etc. He can play that defensive central mid or attacking central mid, in my opinion. So really, really pleased with him. Now, them signings do push our current spending over 29,000 a week. And we are now in the red at 29k in the red. Now we are bringing in obviously nearly 600k in 2 months with one sale. So that's going to balance the books a bit. And then at the end of the season we balance them even more. So I think in terms of our end balance at the end of this season, I think we could be in a good position. That projects minus 478k. I think we're going to be more likely with the money from the competition, etc. I'd be happy if we end with about 500,000 in the bank, which means going into the season after we're going to be around 2 million, and just step by step we are working our way up financially, so we are not an absolute deadbeat club with no money. I mean, in terms of salary per annum, we're still really low, 1.35 million a year, well below every other team. Kongsvinger is the second lowest. But moving on to how we've started the season then, we have not started as the second lowest. We have started as one of the best teams in the league. So after that Viking Stavanger victory, the 2-1 victory with the 88th minute winner, we played Sogndal and got 2-1 victory with Borussia scoring them both. We then played Lillestrøm away from home, Borussia, Krog and Midtskogen on the score sheet. We then lost at home to Molde, which you think, okay, that's not the worst result. They actually having a shocking season. And out of all the teams we've beaten, This is a team we probably should have beaten in current form. We then played Werder Glimt and got a 3-1 victory. Sotte, an own goal, and an Orne on the score sheet. Then we beat Rosenborg 1-0. Midtskogen scored in the 85th minute, by the way. Then we've just played Stabæk away from home, and Johan Berg Gudmundsson in the 51st minute got our goal. So we are currently sitting in second place, joint on top with Werder Glimt, winning 5 games already. Now bear in mind that I think if we win 10 throughout the whole season, we're probably going to be safe, and that's still the aim. The aim is to be safe. But as you can see, bottom of the league at the minute is Molde with 4 points. They've had 1 win, and that was against us. The reigning champions, Molde, are bottom of the league. Bottom of the league. I don't know how many times I can repeat that, but it's mad. The team we're playing today starts in 14th, so hopefully we can progress and beat them. But yeah, we've started the season really well. 5 wins in 7. You've got to be happy with how that's going. In terms of who's been playing the best for us and helping us with that, average rate Midtskogen is 7.2 and Gudmundsson with a 7.11. I did say, even though he's a very old player now at 35, he has that ability to come into this division and do a really good job for us. Berisha, by the way, with 3 goals in 7 has a 6.96. Scherstein, our keeper, 6.91. And Orne, our backup striker, 6.9. Opreya playing a 6.89. And Krog with a 6.86 in the games he's played. 3 starts, 3 sub appearances. He's been a more influential player in terms of game time this season compared to last. But I'm really pleased with our squad. I think we have good depth. We have good quality in the depth as well. And I think our squad for today is looking solid. Scherstein in goal. Fanny right back. Opreya at left back with Midtskogen and Jørgensen in the middle. Marthason in defensive mid. Slaveland and Gudmundsson as the midfield 2. Volas on the right, Larsen on the left, and Berisha up top. That gives us Carvalho potentially making his debut off the bench today. Van der Spa, who's a good little backup. Nazir, who I think after injury could be working his way back into the first team, which would see Slaveland drop into the defensive mid again. Sotte, as one of our backup wingers, is still just developing nicely. Orne, Bjornes, Krog, and Giovanni. Now, Bjornes, we rejected some offers near the end of the transfer window. Now, you can see his value is set at 40k, so I'm just going to go in and fix that. And the reason he was set at 40k was we got offered 10k for him, and I thought, no, I'll tell you what, give me 40 plus 50% the next sale. The problem is they came back and offered that, and he doesn't look like a world beater. He's only 19. He has perfectionist personality, and the fact he's now our backup right back as well, I think it would have been crazy to sell him for so cheap when 40k is not going to make a dent in our balance. He is working on his defensive positioning at the minute just to improve some of them attributes. You can see here when you go onto it, it can tell you what he is working on. So you can see they're just a slightly different colour. His defensive positioning is marking, positioning and decision. So we're working on that, and as well as training as a fullback on support because he couldn't play there when he first came in. But I do see him as an option as our backup right back to Fanny. Okay, so let's get into today's match against Start. In the next match, we will be recapping how our youth teams have been doing and stuff, and going through all of that kind of stuff, and having a look ahead at the summer window. Yeah, how satisfying has it been to watch the way this team attacks and scores recently? All of our work is geared towards scoring goals. It's been a while since Egerton suffered defeat. Well, you know, I don't want to brag, but we're looking good this year. It is funny how in the press conferences we get many questions about how they like our style of play, how we are looking very attacking, how we are looking like a good team. And yet our board and supporters both aren't happy because we're not playing attacking football. Gudmundsson with the free kick, tries to bend it, the keeper's side, hits the post, comes back out. Currently, Sogndal are beaten Werder Glimt, so currently we do actually go top of the league with a 0-0 draw. We are just going to encourage and now we've dropped down to third. So Berdeglimt are now 1-1, and odds are beating Tromsø. So we drop down into third place, but still joint on point with the other two teams. Right, Fanny throws it forward to Volas, goes back to Fanny. He goes inside to Jørgensen, goes forward to Gudmundsson, who's just completely gave it away. What was that? Trying to look, see if my eye looks irritated and red on the webcam. I think it does. It was, laser treatment due to my diabetes, so could be potentially a bit blurry in vision on that eye for a few months, which is very frustrating, but if it stops me going blind in the long run, I guess we'll accept that, shall we? We'll accept it. Right, come on, second half. It's been a quiet game, but a lot of our games have been like this season, and we do just end up sneaking the goal. So let's see what changes we can make to make that happen today. Then we're going to bring on Krog and Sorter, two fresh legs on the wings, and Mattis on the yellow is going to come off for Nazir. Slaveland can drop in the defensive mid, and Nazir will come in the central mid. So there's just under half an hour left. Right. They edge of the box now. Start, come inside our box, back to the edge. They're passing it well. They have a shot. It is cleared though. Or prayer now. Oh, I can't see. Okay, we have a corner. Come on. Strandegard puts it in front post. It's a goal. It's a goal for Start. This is not how my day wanted to start. I'll tell you that right now if we lose this. First game of the day after loading Football Manager up. And we are losing at home to one of our local sides, I guess you could say. Start. They are a few hours south, but in a country this big, that's almost classed as a local side. And Mahrez puts it in for them. Do we get it away? We don't. They do get the header on it. I am just going to demand more. There's 90 minutes to go. Let's see if we can get back into this game and get a equaliser. Okay, I think 10 minutes ago I'm going to take off Berisha for Orner. Just get them fresh legs up top. See if he can get us that equalising goal. I'm just going to go very attacking now. Gudmundsson to Krog. Across to Sorter. Sorter's trying to find space. He doesn't. Or Prayer. He's offside. He's offside. I mean, we'll take the VAR, but I think he's offside. Come on. Is it going to show us or does it just tell us? I always forget if it actually shows you. Disallowed goal. Come on. Come on. We're going to just fire them up. There's 5 minutes to go. Can we get an equaliser in front of 1,800 fans at the game today? I mean, we can't win them all, but I've had 4 days off Football Manager. We'll be very annoying to come back with a defeat. We've come back with a defeat. Our second defeat of the season. I say I'm proud of the efforts. I don't want to get on them too much. We have Kongsvinger away from home next. That's a winnable game. We've started well. We've got the cup in a couple of days as well. In a couple of games. So we've got Kongsvinger away, then Odds at home, then the cup, then Brann, Strømsgodset. Then we've got Valerenga before the summer break kicks in. We'll keep going. We'll keep pushing on. We'll see how things develop. But I've been Paul, also known as the Northman. Thank you for your continued support on this series. And I'll see you next time.